Hello, and welcome to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics. Today is Monday, 7 October. I'm your host Daniel, the founder of HM Intelligence, and every weekday we bring you not just the news, but the so what from the events and decisions that shape our world. So grab a coffee and get ready to be informed. In today's update, we'll be covering Indian Prime Minister Modi has received Maldives Prime Minister Muizzu in a bid to boost ties. The Philippines and South Korea are boosting ties amid threats from their neighbours. And Chinese workers have been killed in a blast in Karachi. So firstly, Maldives President Maldives Muizzu visits to India represents a significant attempt to rebuild diplomatic relations, which have been strained due to his pro-China stance and pre-election promise to remove Indian military presence stationed in the Maldives. Although Indian troops were replaced by civilian experts in May, tensions remained high as Muizzu initially visited China and discussed reducing Maldives' dependence on India for essentials. The bilateral relationship was further complicated when Maldivian leaders criticized Indian Prime Minister Modi's promotion of the Lancashire Dip as a tourism destination, fearing it would attract tourists away from the Maldives. However, the ties showed signs of improvement when Muizzu attended Modi's swearing-in ceremony in June, leading up to the latest talks aimed at fostering collaboration on mutual interests. This underscores the ongoing strategic competition between India and China for influence in the Maldives and the broader Indian Ocean region. The Maldives' economic crisis has prompted both India and China to offer financial assistance, which India recently extended to emergency aid. The Maldives are strategically important to both nations, as they are part of the China's Belt and Road Initiative, which aims at expanding Beijing's trade reach globally. For India, strong ties with the Maldives are critical, especially in light of shifting political dynamics in neighbouring countries such as Bangladesh, Nepal and Sri Lanka, where pro-China leaders have gained influence. India's foreign minister has expressed hope that the talks would revitalise a long-standing friendship between India and the Maldives, signalling a positive shift amid regional power shifts. So what? It seems likely that Muizzu will walk a fine line in his relationship with both China and India, hoping to get the most from both countries without alienating the other. Of note is also the recent change in ownership of key islands, including Diego Garcia, which is home to large naval bases. India highly likely wants to avoid China gaining access to this island chain, as it would give them a base in the Indian Ocean and be a strategic hub. And next, South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol's state visit to the Philippines marked a significant step in strengthening bilateral relations, as he and Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. announced a new strategic partnership. This upgraded relationship aims to deepen cooperation in defence and security, reflecting the growing complexities in the geopolitical landscape of the region. Marcos emphasized the importance of collaboration to promote prosperity and rules-based international order in the region. The partnership comes as both nations face increasing regional security threats, with the Philippines confronting an assertive China in the South China Sea, while South Korea grapples with North Korea's escalating nuclear threats and military cooperation with Russia. The discussions between the presidents highlighted shared concerns about regional stability. Yoon underscored the need for peace in the South China Sea, advocating for international solidarity against North Korea's nuclear ambitions and proactive actions. Additionally, Yoon pledged support for modernizing the Filipino military, strengthening its defensive capabilities and amid rising tensions in the region. The visit, which is part of Yoon's 6-day Southeast Asia tour, which includes stops to Singapore and Laos, where he will participate in the ASEAN summit. This diplomatic outreach not only reinforces South Korea's regional ties, but also aligns with the Philippines' recent moves to bolster defense cooperation with other countries, such as Vietnam, in response to China's assertiveness. So what? These agreements are critical in countering China and North Korea in Asia. It is likely that it is one of the best ways to reduce Chinese ability to bully other nations in the South China Sea while presenting a united front. While China will almost certainly not back down in the near term, presenting a united front will make it more difficult for them to push individual countries around. Additionally, this could allow the US to provide a more effective, wide-ranging support, leading to a more secure region. And lastly, on Sunday night, a significant explosion occurred near Karachi airport in southern Pakistan, resulting in 2 fatalities, including Chinese nationals, and multiple injuries. The blast, which took place around 11 p.m. local time, targeted a convoy transporting Chinese staff members from the Port Qasim electricity power plant. The Chinese embassy confirmed that 2 of its citizens had died, with others injured, and described the incident as a terrorist attack. Initial reports suggest a tanker explosion, but Provincial Home Minister stated that it was an IED attack aimed at the foreign nationals. Emergency personnel were promptly deployed, with local hospitals receiving the injured personnel. 10 vehicles were damaged and 4 completely destroyed. The Bloc Liberation Army, a separatist militant group, claimed responsibility for the attack. The BLA has a history of violence and seeks independence for the Balochistan province, which borders Afghanistan and Iran. Karachi, which is Pakistan's biggest city, was shaken by the blast and was heard across the city. Videos from the scene showed flames and smoke rising, with paramilitary forces securing the area shortly afterwards. Despite the explosion, the Civil Aviation Authority confirmed the airport's operations continued as scheduled, with no damage to airport facilities or infrastructure. So what? This is the second time in recent months that the BLA has targeted Chinese workers in the region. As it becomes more clear that local security forces are unable to provide adequate protection to international workers, it is likely that China will begin to provide their own security. It is possible that this could be the form of training teams brought in to upskill local security, or through the deployment of private security. Though unlikely, this could see a political shift in the country if Chinese security forces essentially prop up the current government to ensure their contracts continue. Thank you for listening to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics, brought to you by HM Intelligence. If you want to support the podcast, tell your friends to help them stay informed, and leave us a 5-star review. Or if you want to learn more about intelligence, why not take one of our courses? They're all online, self-paced, and affordable. Thank you for listening. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you next time.